Hiya, my name's Sarah and I've lost over £250 altogether. I've lost that on a combination of Slimming World and WW. I've lost the most on WW and I've done various plans on WW. I've done the old Smart Points plan, which is the green plan, and I've lost most of my weight on that. I've done the blue plan, which was freestyle at the time, and I just didn't get on very well with that at all. It took me like 5-6 months to lose a stone. It's just not the plan for me. However, other people love it. Whatever suits you is brilliant. I've also done the no count plan. It's not really similar to purple. You get quite a lot more zero pointed foods on no count than you do on the purple plan, but the purple plan's a little bit like no count is a little bit like the purple plan. So I've tried various plans. I have had obviously at my biggest I was 435 pounds. I weighed in at over 31 stone. I had various issues with food, and I still have various issues with food. They are not going to go away. I was a binge eater, I was a grazer, I'm a food hoarder, and I continue to be a food hoarder. I kind of stopped when I did Slimming World, although it sort of changed slightly. I just got loads of pasta and loads of rice, so it went from hoarding loads of rubbish food to hoarding better food, I suppose you could say, and meat. I've got a freezer full of meat because I'm just quite a hoarder in that. However, when I switched back to WW, I introduced snacks back in. Currently, I cleaned out my cupboard yesterday and put everything together. And to say that I still have major issues around food hoarding is a slight understatement. I will not be buying any more snacks. I'll be photographing them and showing you, but I will not be buying any more snacks for a very, very long time. I obviously still have major issues around food, and that isn't going to go away very quickly. However, it's me not eating it that's the good thing. How I do that is what I'm going to tell you now. My binge eating was horrendous. I mean, my binge eating would go on like for hours. It was horrendous because I was a grazer as well. I would just eat, have a little bit of a break. It would take me an hour and a half sometimes to eat a meal. That's how bad I am. It was awful. I was just terrible around food. So now I just eat my meal and that's it. Whereas before I would have to eat the whole of my meal, even if it took me absolutely ages to eat it. Even if I had to have a break, I would then go back and eat more. It was that bad. I just had to eat it. I no longer do that. That's a habit that I've broken, and I've broken a lot of my habits. Obviously, the one that I can't break is my food hoarding, but as long as I can see what I've got, which I can now, I've put it all together and I can see what I've got. I just can't, there's no way I can just buy anymore. I can't even justify that in my own head. So a lot of people have asked about binge eating and when they eat at certain times and certain days. Somebody did ask me the other day. They said they binge eat after weigh-in and also over the weekend. Certain days over the weekend. My danger zone for me is a Sunday. It always has been. It did sort of stop when I was doing Slimming World, but that's purely because I chose to abstain from everything and I got rid of all rubbish out of the house. So that helped an awful lot. However, when I switched back over to WW, I started weighing in on a Thursday, so it wasn't too bad. But when I started weighing in on a Monday, Sunday nights were my danger zone. It's the day before weighing, and for some reason I sort of was like, well, I've done a whole week, I deserve a treat. Don't know where it came from because I've always used all my dailies and weeklies, so God knows where this has come from. But that was what would be in my head. So I had to sit down and think, right, what do I need to do to stop me doing that, to stop me eating, to stop me reaching for stuff that I shouldn't be reaching for? Because I've used my weeklies and used all my dailies, I don't then need to go and eat something else. It's just in my head that I deserve a treat because I've been really good all week. No, I don't. It doesn't work like that. Calories are still calories whenever I eat them. So it really doesn't work like that, and I don't deserve a treat for being good. I'm not a dog. I don't deserve a reward. That's what I need to, that's what I've got in my head quite a lot. I don't need a reward for being good. Being good is its own reward. There you go. So for me, it was about finding stuff to do. So Sundays for me, it was boredom. It was the day before weighing, which is always a bit. Although Fridays aren't too bad for me now. I get weighed on a Saturday, so I don't actually find it too bad. But Sunday nights, I think it was because I'm off work and it's a Sunday. Everything sort of shuts at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It's one of those, and then I'm going to get ready for work in the morning, so I'm a bit bored. I'm going to have a relax and watch the telly. I'm a bit of a gamer, so I'll sit and put a game on. It's stuff like that. So when it comes to me eating, it was about breaking those habits. So I had to sit down and think, why do I do what I do? Well, I do it because of boredom. I do it because I've always done it. Even when I was bigger, I used to do it. Fair enough, I stopped doing it when I did Slimming World, but those habits are still there in the back of my head. I just haven't really used them for a long time, but they're there. So for me, a big thing for me was when my WW coach left, I then changed my weighing day to Saturday. That's helped an awful lot because, like I said, I don't seem to get that on a Friday. I seem to just get it when I get weighed on a Monday. It's really weird. So that's helped me a lot. However, I'd already got to goal at that point, so other stuff had kicked in as well. Another big thing is trying to find stuff to do to break those habits. Now, on a Sunday night, I would repeatedly get up, go to the fridge, go to the cupboard, go back to the lounge. Get up, go back to the fridge, back to the cupboard and back to the lounge. And most of the time, I would stand in front of the fridge and go, you don't need anything. What are you doing here? Just move. That helped. But then it was like, I need to be doing something to stop me doing that repetitive action of getting up and looking for food. It was literally truffling. That's what I was doing. I was truffling. So it's things like puzzle books are good. I quite like a good puzzle book. Reading instead of watching telly or gaming. So it's just about doing something slightly different. Even for sort of half an hour, doing something different can sometimes just knock you off that habit and knock you out of that, I need something to eat, I'm going to go and eat. Also a good one, having a bath, having a pamper, doing your nails, washing your hair is a good one. Going for a walk is a good one. I am looking to start yoga. And I'm not going to do it in a class. I went to a physio appointment the other week and I turned around to the fella and said, I'm thinking of doing yoga. He went, I advocate yoga. And I went, okay then, shall I do it online or shall I do it in a class? And he said, do it online, save yourself a tenner. If it's from a physio, I'm going to do what the physio says. So I'm currently waiting for my WW Wellness Wins yoga mat to arrive, and then I'm going to start my yoga. Although technically I probably could just start it now. But I've been for an hour's swim this morning, so I've done my exercise, so it's all good. Joining a gym's a good one. I'm a morning person at the gym. I couldn't go to the gym on a Sunday night, so that wouldn't work for me. But it could work for other people. Just trying, like I said, it's just trying to find something to break that habit. I don't have children, but if you've got children, try changing it slightly. Try doing homework with them a little bit when you know it's going to start creeping in. It's about trying to change your habits to suit your new lifestyle and to try and break those old ones. And it's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy at all, because it's not, but it's just trying. I found that if I can do something even for 15 minutes, half an hour, it can sometimes just knock me off that I'm going to go to the fridge, or I'm going to go and get that chocolate bar, or I'm going to go and get that packet of crisps. I'll stuff it. It doesn't matter. I'll go and eat it anyway. It does help for me. I'm not saying it's going to help for everyone, and I'm no psychologist. I'm no psychiatrist. I have absolutely no qualifications at all. But this is just the stuff that I've done and I've put in place just to try and get rid of those bad habits and those old habits that creep in. I will have a treat that's what my weeklies are for. I will have a chocolate bar, but then what I won't do is when I know it's my danger days. So when I know that it's Sunday night and Sunday today, and I know it's Sunday night, and if I'm teetering and I know I'm teetering, I will not have that treat, because that is going to push me over the edge. So I will have something different. I'll have fruit, tinned fruit, I'll have jelly, I'll have something that's not that, because I think if I have something that's my trigger food, so things like a chocolate bar, I will eat my chocolate bar, I will go and have a chocolate bar, and then I will go to my cupboard, because I do have a separate cupboard with some Christmas stuff still left in it, and I've got a big bag of Cheetos, and I know that if I have a chocolate bar when I'm in my danger zone, I'm reaching for them Cheetos. So it's one of those. I can do it if I'm in a good place and I know it's all fine, and I do go, I have quite long periods of time where I'm doing all right on plan. Then I'll have a wobble. So if I'm having my wobbly days, I will not have a treat. Today I'm all right. It's a Sunday, I'm feeling okay. Little bit, I had a bit of a gain on Friday, so I'm a little bit but as far as I'm concerned, I'd be alright with a chocolate bar tonight. But if I was in one of the moods like I was on Friday, I would not have a chocolate bar, because that would literally just push me over the edge. I hope this makes sense, and I hope it helps. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.